Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a display comparison here between the XZ Premium from Sony and the Galaxy S8, two of the best displays on the market. The XZ Premium does have its own little video here to showcase the 4K display content, so I have copied that across to the S8. We can do a comparison here, to see which one's best overall. I'm not going to talk much. I'm going to let you decide. I have put the camera as head on as possible so you can see the comparison here. So we'll just start it up and get rid of that. So straight away you can see nice colors here on both displays. You're getting your HDR technology obviously in both of them, 2K in terms of the pixel resolution on the S8. And it's a very short movie actually. I would have liked to think a bit longer to really, detail the display. But, overall I'd say that I think Samsung is still better when it comes to the viewing angles here, if I'm going to be honest with you. But the Sony is probably better when it comes to the realistic kind of colours. Especially when you're looking at it head on, the colours look much more true to life, shall we say. You do also notice the higher pixel resolution if you really look closely, but I wouldn't say it's like a massive kind of difference compared to the 2K display on the S8 overall. So I think it's pretty good that Sony is pushing the boundaries here. Samsung is a bit behind in terms of the pixels, but I still think Samsung is well ahead when it comes to, the OLED technology here overall, and this also extends to the general usability of each device when you are, for example, just using the phone. You can see the actual maximum brightness here. It does look a little bit brighter than what you're getting on the XZ Premium overall. In terms of the maximum, how low you can actually go in terms of brightness, we can have a look at that as well. So we'll just get them all the way to the bottom, and we're going to just make the room a little bit darker here. So you can see, I think Sony gets a little bit darker here, which is nice, good for your eyes here. I think Samsung is flickering a little bit obviously, but I think if I'm looking at it here, Sony does look like it's getting a little bit darker overall, so that could be good to know. Another issue I have had obviously with some Sony handsets recently is light bleed at the top of the phone. And I have actually got this one exchanged here to see if that is an issue, which is on a lot of different Sony models. And I think this one it's better, but it's still, I can still see it a little bit at the top of the display, which I don't see it on the XZ kind of phone, which was the predecessor. Obviously, you can see it when it starts up. Actually, let's just reboot it. So it's at the top. There's a little bit of light bleed, which you don't actually see on the bottom side of it. So I don't think the quality control is quite as good as it could be for the early batches of this phone. You can see that at the top there quite clearly. I mean, compared to Samsung, the Samsung, you don't get any of that, at the top, and you would expect that from such an expensive phone. But it's not a huge issue obviously, particularly when the actual phone does boot up. But it would be nice if you do get a phone without that issue. So in terms of the actual displays here, as I said, I think they both have their pros and cons. The display on the Samsung, more contrasty, slightly unrealistic. You're getting more realistic on the Sony. Both of them do give you quite a lot of options to change in the settings obviously, if you want to have it more realistic or high contrasty. So that is something good to know. But yeah, do let me know what you think. Do you think that Samsung's display is still better or Sony's? Do leave a comment. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.